I have found myself not really knowing what to play a lot this year, and I was getting really bored of the same old games I was always playing, like Call of Duty and Overwatch. And while those are still really fun games, I kind of wanted to find some good free-to-play games to hold us over until the next big release of, like, you know, the new Call of Duty coming out, xDefiant, and all those things. So today, we're going to be going over the top 5 free-to-play FPS games of 2023. I will go over some of the best rated free-to-play games that are not among the big names like Apex and Valorant, because I wanted to make sure to find some games that might be new to you guys, so make sure to stick around till the end. My name is LJ, and this is FPS Guides. Starting off at number 5, we got Shatterline. Shatterline is a free-to-play game from Frag Labs, and it's in early access right now, but I feel like that, you know, early access title is kind of thrown around because this game has been out since September of 2022 and has been getting constant updates. So even though it is considered early access, it's definitely got the support of a full-fledged full release. Shatterline is a co-op PvE experience where you're in a futuristic apocalypse fighting the alien plague, which already sounds insane, but then it also implements some PvP stuff, which is really cool. In this game, you will find satisfying gunplay, extensive customization, and landscapes filled with rewards for you to find, but then also deadly opponents filled in the PvE experience. The PvE maps are pretty good size, and the PvP is pretty good, but I have noticed a couple of reviews that are saying there's a lot of one-shot ability guns. So that's like the real main complaint of the PvP, but it's still overall a great experience. I feel like if you're a fan of Destiny, you will definitely enjoy this game, and with the Steam reviews, there's like 26,000 of them, and it's mostly positive, so I feel like that's a pretty good representation of the game itself. If you're looking for an FPS that is both PvE and PvP, then I feel like this is a really good choice for you. Plus, it's free to play, so you know why not. And then also, on the plus side, it is only a 22 gigabyte download, so it's not like it's gonna kill your SSD like other games like Call of Duty, which is like 200 gigabytes nowadays. If you guys do end up playing this game, make sure to let me know in the comments below, and if you wanna see more Shatterline content, make sure to like this video. All right, next up we got Ironsight, and this is an FPS that is based in what they say is the near future, and I'm just gonna be blunt and not sugarcoat this. This game is like Call of Duty. There's no other way to describe it, but that's not really a bad thing. It follows a lot of what made older Call of Duties very successful and gives you a lot of guns and weapon attachments with great customization, and then also it gives you a lot of in-game things to work towards, like skins and challenges and all that kind of stuff. Ironsight gives you an overall great experience that is like Call of Duty, but it does not require you to spend the $70 price tag that Call of Duty is known for, and sometimes even more than that when you get the Vault Edition. Now, you can spend money in the game, but it's purely for cosmetics, and it is not a pay-to-win model by any means, which is great because no one likes to be feeling like they're at a disadvantage just because they didn't buy like the $40 bundle that has a gun that's just better than everything else. The maps are also well designed and unique, and it follows a lot of what other Call of Duties did with the 3-line design, which I love, and the flow of these maps do feel really good. This is another game that has mostly positive reviews, and honestly, if you're just looking for a game that's like Call of Duty that's free to play while you wait for the next new one to come out, this is definitely something worth picking up. And it is coming in at another 10 gigabyte download, so it's not something you gotta really worry about if you have enough space on your SSD. 10 gigabytes is really, really small. All right, next up at number 3, we got Polygon, which is a pretty cool low poly FPS that is kind of a mixture of Call of Duty and Battlefield. The maps are fairly large with 32-person combat, so it's more like Ground War than it is like Battlefield combat. It features a good selection of maps and weapons, and then they describe themselves as a tactical shooter. You have the typical movement that you would have in a tactical shooter like this. You have the leaning mechanics and whatnot, so there's nothing really too revolutionary here, but it's definitely something fun and has a lot of potential. It does have its flaws, and I did notice a lot of reviews saying that some maps have a really bad spawn trap, and that's not really a deal breaker for me, honestly, because let's be real. Being on the good side of a spawn trap is a lot of fun, but I don't think anybody really enjoys being on the receiving end of that, so there is some things that they can work on, but it is a free-to-play FPS, so I'm not really expecting perfection here, but it's definitely something you guys should try out. I just wanted to point that stuff out just so that you guys don't go into this thinking this is some kind of perfect game that I put in this video. I just wanted to make sure to be truthful with you guys, and honestly, it's just a 2 gigabyte download, so this is the smallest of the list so far, and it's definitely going to be worth your time. Next up at number 2, we got Pixel Strike 3D. And it kind of seems like there's a theme among these FPS titles that are coming out that are free to play on Steam. And it's making fun, low poly FPSs, and they honestly just work. The simplicity is what makes it so fun, and there's a ton of different game modes, competitive leaderboards, battle royale, and then there's also mini games. You got dodgeball, one in the chamber, duck hunt, so just all the classics from other games kind of packed into one here. I don't know why, but these low-res FPS games, it's so much fun. Like if you guys have ever played Battlebit, It's kind of the similar feeling. It's got a huge amount of customization and a ton of different weapons, so you will definitely find something that'll fit your playstyle. To best describe this game, it is kind of like Minecraft with guns, and it can be run on almost any machine. I was looking at some of the Steam reviews and people were saying they're running it on old laptops, which with the graphics, that does not really surprise me. So if you're somebody who worries about what your rig can handle, chances are it can probably run this game, and it's only a 4 GB download. Also, Pixel Strike 3D is very similar to Pixel Gun 3D, but they're not the same game. Pixel Gun 3D is coming to Steam soon, but as of recording this video, it's not available yet. Whereas Pixel Strike 3D, the game that I'm talking about today in this video, is available on the iOS App Store, Google Play, and Steam right now. And finally, at number 1, we got Combat Master, which was going viral on Twitter, well, X. I'm gonna just keep calling it Twitter. It was going viral on Twitter, and it was showing off some extremely try-hard gameplay. Now, I know try-hard gameplay isn't really for everybody, but if you're looking for a game that you can just kind of grind out and get some cool clips on, this one is definitely for you. The controls are really easy to get a hang of, and honestly, since it's so similar to other FPS games and you can kind of map out your keybinds, the learning curve is really, really low. They had a funny and kind of weird marketing scheme, and this is what they said in their Steam description. In their own words, they say, no auto fire, no aim snap, which I'm assuming that means that they just ban hackers, because there's no way that there's no cheaters in this game, right? No loot boxes, no money pulling mechanics, so you don't have to spend money in this game. There's no advertisement that says it's completely ad-free, which is cool. No advantage for paying users, everyone's equal, so no pay to win. And then no everyday updates. So I'm assuming that just means they don't update the game every day, which is kind of cool, but also bad because if something needs to be updated, I feel like they should do it. But it's not like Call of Duty where you get an update, update requires restart. The update's like 20 gigs and you're like, dude, like, come on. The devs said that the game is designed for high performance on low-end rigs. So basically the graphics are not that spectacular, but the gunplay feels and looks good as well. Combat Master comes complete with full weapon customization, gun skins, character skins, so it's got the typical FPS experience packed into a free-to-play package. Out of all the other ones that I listed today, I honestly think this one is the one I'm most excited about just based on the Twitter clips that I've seen on it. But it's not the most popular game out of this list, and honestly, it's not that big of a deal because when you're searching for games and matchmaking, you have no issue finding games. So honestly, it's not perfect, but it's all you can ask for in a free-to-play experience. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today. This is gonna be a video that we come back to and do multiple times because when we get new lists of free-to-play FPS games, we wanna come back and make another list, just to give you guys more updated games to try out. So if you guys didn't see a game that you thought we should have put on the list, drop the name of the game in the comments below so that we can take a look at it, maybe do a review and add it to a video in the future. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like on it. And if you guys have not already, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications on so that you never miss an upload. As always, I hope you all have an amazing day and I will see you in the next video. My name is LJ and this has been FPS Guides.